Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and today I'm making buttons. These are part of a challenge that I am issuing for the various events that I will be attending this year. So you will be able to enter, take part in, what have you, this challenge at Maryland Mayhem, Survival Fest, probably Ragnarok Oktoberfest, and Mall Madness, and any other major invitationals that I happened to attend. And this is a root beer challenge. If there happen to be any old auxiliary root beer cult fanatics out there, it is a challenge to bring me root beer at events. If you bring me any root beer, doesn't matter the kind, really, you will receive a 1-inch button that is the X-Strike logo superimposed over a bottle of root beer. However, if you manage to bring me a glass bottle of root beer that is one that I've never had, you will receive the 1 1/4-inch button that says new bottle. And that will indicate that you have managed to bring me a root beer I've never had. And the first person at each major event who managed to bring me a bottle I've never had will receive the 2 1/4-inch button that is first new bottle. Only one of these will be issued at each of the events. But the new bottle one will be for however many people manage to bring one. While supplies last, I won't have an infinite number of buttons. Same for the little one. You could bring me an A&W and get the little one. And as long as I have enough buttons, you can continue to get in on that. I will probably also make some regular X-Strike buttons to just sell if you couldn't find root beer. So I have had quite a few different bottles of root beer. I recently went through and cataloged all of the bottles that I have in my collection. There were a couple that I've had the root beer, but somehow I didn't have the bottle. I just must have assumed I already had the bottle in my collection the last time I got it, and didn't, and my collection didn't go back as far as I thought. But there are quite a few out there that I know I haven't had. I was able to look up a bunch on rootbeerstore.com. There used to be a root beer store, 2 of them locally, 3 actually, but they've all closed down, unfortunately. So there are definitely ones out there, and check your local microbrewery, because a lot of microbreweries make their own root beer just for people who happen to get drug along to a wine tasting and don't drink. So yes, that is the challenge. Bring me root beer. Particularly glass bottles of root beer. Somebody did ask if they make their own, would that count? Well, only if it comes in a nicely labeled glass bottle so I can put it on the shelf with my collection. And as long as it's not absolute swill. If it's drinkable and presentable, it would absolutely count. Alright, I'm going to now make a button just to show off the gizmo. You start by printing out what you want. I found a website online that would allow you to custom make your buttons. It exports them as a PDF, so they're always the right size. This gizmo came with the gizmo for cutting the circles, so we've got our nice little circle cutter, very similar to the one I use for cutting foam discs for making like Titan rocket heads. Cut out our paper disc. Ooh, I missed a spot. There we go. Alright. We then have to have the proper die in. I'm currently making a 1.25 inch or 32 millimeter. First we put on the metal cover, then we put on the paper, then we put on the plastic cover, and make sure we're only putting one on. I was having some trouble with the button maker because I was putting too many layers of this and it was causing the thing to jam up. It's remarkably precise. Pull that under, and then on the other side we put the back with the pin itself. We then clamp that down, move it over, clamp that down, and button. So I'm gonna make one more. I will bring 10 of the new bottles. So up to 10 people, well actually technically 11 because the first person would get the big button. 11 people could bring me a new bottle and get a new bottle button. Otherwise, you will get whatever I have left. I hope to see you all there, and I hope to drink a lot of root beer, and I really hope to drink some new root beer. So I hope to see some of you there. And bangarang! Thank you for watching.